Good morning, everybody. It's a great day to be inside. Hope you're all well. And my name is Jody. I'm an Adult Services Associate at Addison Public Library. I'm here today to introduce chair yoga, as we all know and love. Marty is her spot, and we are ready to start the session. So I am just going to hand it right over, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks for attending.
Thank you, Jody. Much appreciated. Welcome back, or welcome, and this may be your first time. This is our chair yoga. First and foremost, the only thing you need really is a chair. You can do it anywhere. I'm obviously doing it on my couch. Just like always, the importance of what you're sitting on is going to be important here. So here, I have a really low couch, so my hips get way below my knees. So for me, I'm going to grab a pillow, and you can do this anywhere. Sometimes it's just more comfortable to sit on a pillow. I'll move this down a little bit too. Perfect. So this gets my hips above my knees. Really relieves a lot of the tension that we can build in our low back here. Like if you've ever tried sitting on the floor, crossing your legs, a lot of times that gives you back pain, and that is because those knees, everything's so tight here that those knees end up being way too high. It just builds a lot of tension. Okay, so that's really all you need. Options are obviously a bottle of water. It is nice to have a towel. Just to give yourself a little length between your hands. You grab mine. It could be anything. It could be a belt, a scarf. I've used a dog toy before. Just anytime we do anything with our arms that we need more length here. Okay. All right, great. We're going to start off. Just get somewhere nice and comfortable in our seats. Sit up nice and tall. Keep that spine long. Go ahead and let your eyelids close. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do one more here, at least. Take more if you need them. Just taking a moment to give your body permission to relax, to soften, and to just check in. Noticing that energy that you brought here today, your thought pattern. Just notice where that breath moves in and out of your body. Where it feels soft and where it feels rigid. Let's go ahead and bring both of our hands to that low belly, right beneath our belly button. Keep your eyes closed. Just natural breaths here, and just notice how you feel that movement in your belly, whether you do or you don't. Our breath is such a beautiful thing. Our body reminds us, well, actually, our body just does it. Does it on its own while we're sleeping, while we're awake. Yet we have the ability to take complete control over it. Our breath can calm our nervous system, our cardiovascular system. It even can be a big part of our meditation. On our next breath in, I want you to fill that space in that low belly as much as you can. And then as you exhale, pull that low belly in towards your spine. Good. Breathe in, fill that low belly. And exhale as you pull it in. Good. Every breath, fill that space and pull that space in. So many great things we can do with our breath here. Here, we're strengthening our core. We're using those muscles. We're moving our digestive system around, all of our organs, which is so good for them. We're moving that diaphragm up and down our core, freeing up tension, freeing up space. This can even just make us feel lighter, give us that feeling of a deeper breath. Good. Now we're going to take those hands and we're going to move them up to the lowest rib. You can lean back in your seat if that feels better here. Just make sure that spine is tall. Breathe in, feel those ribs expand outward. Exhale, let them draw back in. Good. Every breath, think of them drawing out through our sides, even in through our back. Good. Every breath. Last breath here. Go ahead and release your hands to your lap. Keep those eyes closed. Again, just take that last opportunity to check in. Notice the space you take up, the energy you take up. See if that breath has changed any bit in your body. Does it move different? On your next breath in, we're going to open our eyes, a nice soft gaze. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Big stretch up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart and pull them through center. 2 more, just like that. Big breath, reach up. Big opening. And exhale. Good, last one here. Big stretch. Open those arms out wide. Good, awesome. We're gonna tire out those arms a little bit. So arms all the way up, tight little balls, and then almost violently open them up. Good, really wake up those hands, wake up those fingers. We'll get that lymphatic system moving a little bit here. Get all that junk we hold in our fingers and our hands. Get it through our body so our body can get rid of it. Good. Couple more. I know. You'll feel the burn. Last one. Good. Awesome. Shoulders need a little bit of rolling, so we'll do one at a time. Nice and slow. Good. Make those movements nice and big. Good. Just one more each side. Good. and relax those arms down. Perfect. We're going to start off taking our feet a little wider than hip distance here. Bring that right elbow to our right knee. Good. Awesome. So for a lot of us, we'll feel that stretch right here, right in our back, right in our bum. We can stay here. Another option is we can take that left hand, press it into that left thigh a little bit, and then try to straighten through that left arm. Good. Don't overdo it. Again, listen to your body. Take a deep breath in. Stay for that breath out. One more time. Fill those lungs. And release. Good. Come back to both, or come to both of your elbows, and then we'll switch. Right hand, right thigh. Take a moment just to sit here just like this. You'll feel it. Good. And then when you're ready, same thing. Right hand presses into that right thigh, and then we'll kind of straighten it. Good. So it's going to kind of twist us and push us away just a little bit. So you'll feel it, that it'll take that muscle back there and just lengthen it. Good. We'll take 2 deep breaths here. Good. Reminder to breathe. One more. And then release both elbows down. From here, we're going to bring our hands down to the floor. We could always stay here if this is enough for us. Take our hands down to the floor. We can let our head rest too, our shoulders rest if we want to. Good. We'll really feel this in our hips and our low back. This really forces that low spine to lengthen here. Take one more breath. Good. We'll come up nice and gently. Come to our elbows. Take a few breaths. Sometimes those can make us dizzy. So give yourself as much time as you need here. And if you're ready, we'll sit all the way up. Sit up tall. And we'll reset. Big breath in. Sweep them up. Good. The wider you get your arms out here, the more muscles you're using in your shoulders and in your arms. Okay. So really take advantage of it as we breathe in. Open wide. And exhale, bring them. Good. One more here. Good. I know your limitations if this is too much. Maybe this hurts the shoulder. Anytime we do this, you can always come like this. Okay. So always an option. You want to keep those shoulders happy. All right. We'll move into the legs a little bit. All right. So we'll start off with that left ankle on top of our right knee. So a lot of options. If this is too much for you, you can always have that right leg straight. So you could have it on the shin. You could have it on the ankle. You can even just slowly move it up this way. Having that bottom leg a little straighter will help ease the tension that you've built here. So you can even slowly just build that tension by pulling that foot in. Okay. All right, so most of us are feeling it. And again, this is an important place where you'll really feel if your hips are lower than your knees here. Good. If you feel it here, stay here. You can always fold a little bit more into it if you want to feel it more. Good. Such an important muscle for us to be stretching. This muscle is what that sciatic nerve runs through. So when that muscle's really tense, it agitates that nerve. So we can get a lot of pain back here. So this is a great stretch for anyone that suffers with sciatica. Don't forget to breathe. We tend to hold our breath here. So see if you can keep that breath nice and fluid through this whole process. Got 2 more breaths here. Bottom leg is a little straighter here. And then you can slowly pull it in. This side is way worse for me. It's never gonna change. Which is fine. Which is absolutely fine. But same thing, you can stay here. Just make sure that spine is tall. You can even start to fold in a little bit if you're starting to feel that space created here. And breathe. Nice fluid breaths. Two more breaths. And then go ahead and release. Gotta wiggle those legs out a little bit. Good. All right, sit up nice and tall. We'll reset again. So big breath in, reach all the way up. And exhale it in. 2 more. Find your breath. Last one. Full breath. Good. Perfect. All right, we're gonna give our shoulders a little bit of love here. So we're gonna take that left arm, we're gonna hold it across our body, and then we're gonna take that right arm and we're gonna bend, get that elbow in right to hold that other elbow or the other arm. Let's see if you can keep that left arm straight. So left arm comes in, we kind of hug it in. All right, so you'll feel that in your shoulder, a little bit in your back. Got a nice gentle stretch, don't overdo it. Good, and then we'll release that arm. So same arm, left arm, let's just roll that shoulder out. Good, now we'll switch. Right arm comes out, and we're just gonna hug it in. Other left arm hugs that whole entire arm in. So see if you can keep that right arm straight, okay? So hug it in. Good. Keep that spine tall. Keep lengthening through the crown of your head. And then release. Good. Right shoulder this time. Nice big circles. Good. Release both of those shoulders down and back. Sweep those arms all the way up. We're going to interlace our hands together like we're little ballerinas. Okay, so try and stretch those arms out nice and tall. Almost like you're pulling your hands away from your head. Perfect. We're going to bring those hands just like they are all the way to shoulder height. And we're going to round our upper back here. So see how my upper back is just rounding a little bit? Good. And then we'll bring those arms all the way up. Pull that chest forward. And then exhale, round. Okay. Now we're pulling those hands away from our heart and our heart away from our hands. Really rounding that upper back. Last one. Exhale, round. And then release. All right. We'll give those arms a little bit of a break. We'll go into those legs again. Let me see if I can get a little bit more of the legs in here so you can see. Okay. Perfect. All right, we'll get that right foot forward. Heel goes down on the ground. Perfect, so you can see them. Flex the toes back towards your face. Keep that spine tall. Keep that belly engaged, pulling in. And then we're going to flex those toes forward and back. Yeah, just like that. All right, so good for so much. So it's very much like that lymphatic system with our fingers. We're really pumping that blood, helping that blood come from our toes, helps with swelling. Again, just helps that lymphatic system kind of move. So if you've ever had knee surgery or maybe you need knee surgery, this is great to do. It just keeps those muscles going. And now we're gonna same foot, just big circles with that foot. Okay. Reverse those circles. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and release that foot. We're gonna take our seat and we're just gonna turn a little bit to the left here. Okay, so almost like we're sitting sideways. And then we're gonna take that right foot, we're gonna reach it all the way out towards the right. Good, so we're just finding a lot of length here. If you feel that you're leaning back now, try to sit those shoulders on top of your hips. Good. So you should be feeling this stretch, pretty good stretch in the inner thigh here. Now, as far as our foot goes, our foot can be kind of like this, where we're on the edge. It could be the heel, the toes are up, or it could be on the edge and then we roll down the outer part of that foot. Okay, I know you can't really see my foot too well. Each one of those is gonna work a different part of our muscles. So try them all. And now don't do the one that's the easiest, because that might not be what you need to stretch. But just know that you have an option. That'll literally take and stretch different parts of that inner thigh muscle. Okay. Yeah, and just because we're tight in that inner thigh muscle doesn't mean that every part of this we're gonna feel. All right, we'll stay right here. If you're feeling this already enough here, you can stay here. We're gonna try and feel it a little bit more. So we're gonna take that right hand, we're gonna crawl it down just a couple inches. And then we're gonna take that left shoulder and we're gonna pull that left shoulder back as much as we can. Good, you probably feel it here, and then you feel it here a little bit more. Crazy how a little tweak here can just make you feel it in different parts of your body. Good. Now always remember, be gentle. So this is not the class that I want you to feel this tomorrow morning. This is the class that I want you just to feel taller, and I want you to feel just lighter from all our stretching. So I want you to feel like you ran a marathon, okay? Don't forget to breathe. Good. Go ahead and come all the way in. Bring that foot back in. Sit back normal on your seat. Adjust it as you need. And then we'll take that left foot forward. Okay. Toes point up. And we'll just flex those toes forward and flex them back just like that, but with their heel on the ground. Good. Sit up tall. Engage that core here. Keep that spine long. Shoulders relaxed. Good. Good. Now we're going to take the big circles. You know it, big circles with that foot. Get all those creaks and those cracks out. So, like I was saying on the other side, how good this is for your ankle. It's good for the strength of it, but it's also really good for the mobility of our ankle. Reverse that circle. Good. So this is not generally something we do with this foot. These are not normal movements that we do, but they're movements that are important to keep the mobility of that ankle. Good. Heel comes down. Or no, we already did that. Okay, great. So from here, we're just going to turn to the right. And then we're going to step that left foot off nice and wide. Good. Sit up tall. Rather than leaning back, try to pull those shoulders on top of your hips. Good. Feel that stretch right in that inner thigh. Again, those options with that foot can be kind of plastered all the way down. You could do the heel, toes up. You know, play around with it and really see how that changes how you feel that stretch here. Good. Now you might feel it already intensely. Here, you can stay here if you want to feel it more. Hand's going to come down that left thigh, just a couple inches. And then we're going to pull that right shoulder back as much as we can. Good. You got it. Keep breathing. Feel that stretch. Excuse me. Last breath here. And then release. Good. Oil off those legs. All right, now you really need to see my feet. Because now we're going to give those ankles a little bit of love and those calves. All right, so feet are going to be hip distance apart here. And then I want you to check in with where your heels are. So your heels should be right underneath your knees. Okay, so hopefully you have that space between here. If you don't, you might have to scooch a little bit further forward. And then I want you to scooch those feet back just a little bit, maybe a little bit more, just enough where you feel those heels come up off the floor, just a tad, like not a lot, a tad. All right, you almost just feel that they're lighter in your heels. Okay, perfect. Know where you are, where it feels good. I didn't need much, probably needed 2 or 3 inches. I'm really tight in my calves here. So we're gonna take those heels up and then we're gonna push them down and try to really push those heels down into the floor here. All right, heels up. These are nice slow movements here. And then heels down, really pressing them down. Using all the other muscles to press them down. Feel those knees engage here as you press down. Feel those calves, or not the calves, the thighs too. Good, heels up, heels down. Good, and then release it off, wiggle it out. Good, from here, we're gonna move it back just another inch or 2. We're just gonna challenge ourselves, maybe 2 inches. Good. Same thing, heels come up, squeeze them, and then press the heels down. Really press the heels down. This time, press down through your heels so you feel everything else engage. So good for the strength of those knees, those calves, those ankles. Heels up, last one. And then press those heels down. Good. Sit up top. Good. Feel that burn here. And release. Good. Wiggle them out a little bit. Perfect. Perfect. So we'll take that right leg now, reach it forward, heel goes down, toes point up, sit up tall. okay? Our hands are gonna come to that left thigh. I want you to keep that right leg straight, but then have just a little micro bend in that knee, okay? Because we don't wanna hyperextend that knee. Keep the toes flexing back. And then we're gonna lean into that left thigh, and I want you just to imagine that belly pressing into that left thigh. Keep the chest lifted here, okay? So, because if you just come here and fold like this, you're never gonna feel this. Good, I want you to feel it in the back of that right thigh. Breathe. So really stretching out those hamstrings here, the back of that right thigh. Those muscles are so important we stretch out. If you've ever had a hard time picking something up off the floor or coming close to touching your toes or tying your shoe or putting your shoes on, those are these muscles. So if we're really tight here, they're gonna limit us on a lot of things that we can and can't do. And we too often forget to stretch them. And some of us are actually just born with shorter hamstrings. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just we're born with shorter hamstrings. So we really need to stretch them. Good. Go ahead and release. Bring that leg up. Wiggle it out. And then we'll switch. Left leg goes forward. Toes point up. Flex the toes back towards our face. Little micro bend in that knee. Sit up nice and tall. Hands come to that right thigh. Just lean that right belly into that right thigh a little bit. Good, breathe. That's it. Just breathe. And keep the spine tall. Nice gentle stretch here. If you start to feel some flexibility here, just keep on leaning in, but don't collapse in, okay? Okay. Breathe. I swear I got enough sleep. Sometimes yoga makes me yawn. Maybe it's the music. Good, one more breath. And then release. Good, wiggle those legs out. Wiggle the body out. We're gonna take our feet hip distance apart or wider. Hands come to our knees. We're gonna move our spine here. So as we breathe in, we're gonna pull that belly button forward. Shoulders roll back. Maybe our gaze comes up. If it feels good, it doesn't have to. And then as we exhale, we're gonna pull that chest back towards the back of our seat and our stomach. Inhale, pull it forward. Exhale, rock. Breathe. These first couple ones feel really stiff and rigid. Let any other movements here that feel good, take them. Just breathe. A few more breaths. Last one. And release. Good. Take those hands, sweep them up nice and wide. Big breath. Oh. Good. Two more. Full breaths. Feel that length. Last one. Good. All right, wiggle those shoulders out. Perfect. here, if you have that towel, this is a great place to bring it. I'm going to turn. You guys stay exactly where you're at. I just want you to see. You know what? I'm going to come down this way. Perfect. So I'm going to take that towel and I'm going to bring it behind my back. Okay. So if we're really tight here, this might be a lot. So you can just rest your hands on your back. You can rest it on your chair, on a cushion, wherever it lands. Okay. So from here, we're just going to pull those shoulders back. Chest lifts forward, and this might be enough for us. But if we're really flexible and we don't feel this, we could pull those hands away. We can even get those hands up higher on our chair or our cushion. Okay? So just really think about those shoulder tips getting pulled back, because this releases all that tension we carry here in our chest. So much of what we do is using those muscles. So this is so important that we're stretching them out. Good, 2 more breaths. And release. Good, shake out those shoulders. Roll them out. Perfect. We're going to give those rotator cuffs a little love. So we're going to bring those elbows in towards our sides, kind of pin them right there. And then we'll just take circles with our fists. Good. So if this is painful at all, if you have any rotator cuff issues, the smaller the circles, the easier it will be. Okay. You can take those circles bigger though too. Again, just listen to what your body needs today. Reverse those circles. Good. Keep those elbows into your sides, palms come together to meet, and then open them wide. Good. That's exactly what we're doing. Just like the little monkey with the cymbals. Good. Just keep those elbows pinned. Really feel that stretch in our shoulders here and through the top of our arm. Good. Last one, we're going to bring those hands together and then open them up wide one last time. And then from here, we're going to keep those elbows wide, hands wide, and then we're going to pull those arms up. Now get those arms as wide as you can, even if you can hide them behind your vision here. Reach them up. Good. And then like we're pulling a bar all the way down the back of our body. Pull it down. Try to get those elbows to touch behind your back. Okay. Nice and slow. You know those arms are burning right now. Last. Give it a squeeze. And then we got the last one here. Good. Reach them down. Big stretch. Pull them, squeeze them, and release. Rock those shoulders a little bit. Awesome. We'll just reset. This time we're going to reset though by bringing those hands to our knees. We're going to move that spine. We'll give our arms a break. So as we breathe in, we pull that belly forward. And then exhale around. Good. Back and forth. Just follow your breath. So those reset buttons that we press, that is just to keep our body moving, but it's also to reconnect to our breath. So connecting that movement to breath, it helps us lengthen our breath, deepen our breath. Last one. Sit nice and tall. Shake out those shoulders a little bit. All right, perfect. Bring those feet together to touch. All right. From here, we might need to move a little bit more to the edge of our seat. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more of just mobility for our hips here. So we're going to take our hands and we're just going to open up our thighs and then bring them together. Okay. Doesn't have to be a lot. We'll feel it as long as those feet are together, and then we're kind of peeling those legs apart. Good. You'll feel this in this little tight muscle that attaches to our hips and eventually makes its way to our knees. Good. Just 2 more. The last one. And then release. Shake out those legs. Shake out those toes. All right, we're gonna give our neck a little bit of love here. So here, we're gonna take our shoulders, we're gonna relax them down. Then we're gonna drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. Okay, but don't pull any shoulders in towards your ears. Try and keep them relaxed. Good. From here, we'll take our right hands and we're going to massage that muscle right underneath our ear that goes down our neck to our shoulder. We can feel it here. We can feel this stretch lengthening that muscle. We can even move into the trapezia. I'm saying it wrong. Trapezoid. No, that doesn't sound right. You know what I'm talking about. That muscle right here into our shoulder. Yeah, it's a nice kind of little cheap massage for us. But again, that tilt here is helping us lengthen that muscle. Even as we massage that muscle through our neck, we're helping that lymphatic system here. We hold a lot of junk right here. So we're lengthening it, and then we're massaging it out. Okay. And then slowly release it. Wiggle it out. What a difference doing that to one side makes. And then we'll do the other side. So again, shoulders relax. Left ear, left shoulder. Okay. And then when you're ready, take that right hand, start underneath the ear, right underneath the ear, and you'll feel it. It doesn't take much. Yeah, massage it all out. We also hold a lot of tension in our jaw muscle, and sometimes we can feel it right underneath that earlobe. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Good. And then when you want to, you can again move into the bigger muscle in our shoulder. Good. And then relax. Good. Roll one shoulder nice and slow at a time. Perfect. Give those shoulders a nice little break here. We'll move into those wrists a little bit. So we're going to take that left hand, put it right on our left thigh or left knee. Palm faces forward. So that other hand, we're just going to kind of grab for it. You can kind of rest all of it right on our legs too. So that left arm straightens, and then we kind of gently pull those fingers back. Okay, so here you'll feel that pull through your wrist, into your forearm. Okay. I know, we never think to stretch our wrist, never. And yet we do so much with our hands. We hold so much tension here. Don't forget to breathe. Sit up tall. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Good, and then release. Take out that hand. All right, change the hands. Right palm, right thigh, right knee. Grab for those fingers, that palm. Straighten through that right arm. Okay. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Spine tall. Breathe. Good. One more breath. And release. Perfect. All right. Feet are at least hip distance apart. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to twist our spine here. So we'll take that right hand, reach it behind us. Try to keep those shoulders right on top of our hips. And then we're going to take that right hand. We're going to grab for the outer part of our right leg. But now that right leg is going to want to push in. We want to push that right leg into our hand as much as possible. Okay? So let that kind of help you twist a little bit. Straighten through the arm. Press in through the knee. Tall spine, sit up nice and tall, and then twist. Full breath in. And slowly release. Okay. Wiggle it out before we switch it. Good. Left hand reaches back. Again, just be gentle. Right hand grabs for the outer part of that right thigh. Tall spine, so no slouching, okay? Tall spine. Press in through that foot. That knee presses in. Breathe in. Exhale as you twist. Stay for a breath in. And release. Wiggle it out a second. We're going to reset this time. Those arms are going to reach all the way up. And then exhale them in. 2 more, you guys. Full breath. Last one. See how slow you can go and still breathe here. Good. Relax those shoulders. One last time, we move our spine, hands on our knees, feet are hip distance apart. We're going to inhale as we pull that belly button forward, shoulders roll back. And then exhale around. Inhale, pull it forward. And exhale around. Good. 2 more. Last one. Sit up nice and tall. Keep that spine tall. Here you can stay seated, nice and tall, or you can lean back into your chair for this one. So we're going to take those hands and we're going to interlace them behind our head. Good. Keep that head supported here. So if you feel like this is what's happening here, you need to really work on pulling that heart forward and getting that neck right underneath your shoulders. Now, if you can't and you're still just like this, then this is too much for you. So I wouldn't do this move at all. So for a lot of us, this is a lot. Now, if we're sitting up nice and tall, see if you can keep the core engaged here. So pulling that belly button into your spine. It's kind of forcing you to do this to keep that upright. Okay. If you're here, pull your head back into your hands. Give yourself that double chin. Nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. Okay. So this is great for our neck. It creates that natural S curve that we're supposed to have in our neck. It's really important to the health of our neck. As we get older, as we, are on our phones constantly, are reading constantly, that S curve starts to kind of go away in our neck. Okay, so this is a great way to help build those muscles back. Just 2 more breaths. Good. Go ahead and release. Shake out anything you need to shake out. Okay, we're going to start preparing for our Shavasana. Shavasana is just the end or the death of our practice. It is a time where we just find complete stillness through our body. So hopefully all that movement we've done this last hour makes that more at ease for you to do that. Find somewhere that's comfortable, but also find somewhere that your spine is long. So if this is not where I want you to be, okay? So if you want to lean back into your chair, but lean back and have a taller spine, that's fine. If you're in a position that you can lay down on the couch, that's even better. That just kind of forces your spine to stay tall and long. Again, just the idea is to find somewhere that we can find that stillness with ease, okay? So I'm going to give you a second to find that space. I think I'm going to really work on finding it today. Perfect. See, spine is nice and tall and long. Let's get some nice calm music on here. When you're ready, let those eyelids close. Hands rest wherever feels comfortable. Let the expression on your face be that of peace and calm. Let's take a deep breath in. Open mouth, let it go. And let those eyelids get heavy. And the skin on our forehead gets soft. Let your lips split open. Feel that jaw and your ears melt down towards your shoulders. Feel your body get heavy in this space. With every exhale, feel your body melt into your space, to your chair or to your couch. It's melting deeper and deeper with every breath out. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Let those little movements get bigger. Maybe stretch your hands. If you're laying down, stay exactly where you're at. Staying where you're at, I just want you to bring your hands together in front of your heart. Thank you for sharing this hour with myself and just the world around you. We always end our practice with namaste, and that just means the light in me honors that very light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much, you guys. Happy Thursday. I can't wait to see you guys in person. I know Jody will have some more information on that soon for us. But Jody, thank you again.
Great, Marty. That was just great.
Thanks.
What a beautiful session. Really great. Anyways, I thank you, Marty, as always. Please stay tuned, everybody. We will announce when we're going to go in person at the library for the chair yoga sessions on Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. We will do our best to keep that time slot the same for consistency. Expect to receive an email from me if you have registered in the past for the in-person chair yoga classes. And I will be in contact with you in that way first. Also, be sure and join us. We have a really good meditation session this coming Monday, the 12th, with Arlene Samsel. Discover the transformative power of meditation. You will not regret it. She's amazing too. So we have a great cast of characters here for our programming offerings now. And I do so appreciate you coming today. Thank you. Thank you, Marty.
Thanks, Jody.
We'll see you all soon.
Bye.